Good evening, we have sound. My name's Davey Dodds, here with my band, and I write songs inspired by life, the universe, and everything that goes on around me. And we're going to start with a song that hasn't got a very good or very obviously interesting subject matter. This is a song about the weather. I spent years living on the coast of North Cornwall, and trust me, if you live on the coast of North Cornwall, the weather is plenty interesting enough to justify writing songs about it. This is going to be called Stormcat Song, and it's a bit of a steal from a very pretty illustrated children's book. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the Mousel cat. Mousel is a village in Cornwall on the coast, and the Mousel cat learns to sing sweetly, calm the wicked storm cat, so that the fishing boats can go out to sea and catch her supper. Is upon us. The storm cat is on his way. His turbulence in the rugged sky and is ripping up the sea. Tearing rents in the rugged sky, bowling waves into the bay. He's having fun with the elements, elemental way. While the wind is wailing in my chimney, singing his soulful song to scared sailors on the cold Black Sea, bringing their boats back home. Oh, safe behind the stone wall, the Cornish fishing cove, the pub down on the quayside, where the warm block fire glows. Long blades whirring round and around, ravens tumbling through the slipstream. He's raw and rasping the sound. I see the sun's coming shining through. room. The breeze is dying down. Sea is calm and turquoise clear. It's lost its roaring sound. Her song, she soothed his savage brow. He's purring by his fireside. His claws are sheathed for now.
These are a couple of pieces off old albums. The last one, The Rocky Road to Bodmin, fairly obviously steals an Irish traditional tune, The Rocky Road to Dublin, but the thoughts were coming from Cornwall. I felt entitled to steal something Irish, as the patron saint of Cornwall, St. Piran, was actually from Ireland. It was cast into the sea by the High King of Ireland, strapped to a millstone. But instead of drowning, which was the idea, being a good and saintly saint, he sailed the millstone across to Cornwall and then converted the Cornish. I think it's quite bizarre that St. Piran is also the patron saint of surfing. It's just perfect. We're going to do something next, which is a track off our current album, Cask Strength. And this was originally going to be called One. But there's also a track on the album called Master of Puppets, and it struck me as not a good idea to have people assuming that we were a Metallica cover band. This song became called The Red Stag, and it's an attempt to musically distill the meaning of life. And when we were originally recording the guide track for it, I was playing just acoustic mandolin and doing the vocals, and we had a completely arbitrary time track going click, click, click at 126 beats per minute, which, seeing as this is in triple time, 3/4, and worked out that there were 42 bars to the minute, which I thought was absolutely perfect for a song about the meaning of life. I don't know how familiar people are with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I hope everybody has got their towels with them.
Yeah. This is The Red Stag.
We
out and be part of the wonderful stag. Barks out his orders to his harem. His time is heard. He knows he is part of the one. He knows he is part of the bird. When we arrived earlier, I had 2 mandolins with me, which wasn't just being greedy, it was to avoid having tuning issues with fitting capos and the like, and sadly the pickup on the other one wasn't working properly, which was a shame. It means that I will need to sadly tune up. I'm going to do a song, or 2 parts of a song, which is the title track of my first solo album that I did, Toadstool Soup. We're going to play Toadstool Soup parts 2 and 3. Part 1 is a slow air, a tune that I was taught by the fairies who live at the bottom of my garden. And part 2, which is where we're going to start, is a lyric song which appears to be sung by a fairy seducer, wanting to lure you away from this man that is dull, boring and tedious. But there's a possible sort of hint at ambiguity in the title, in that this is called Toadstool Soup, which hints that there may be other ways of escaping from normality. And it concludes with a heavy driven jig, which is how the party with the fairies finished up at night.
It will happen. It's only polite to be in tune, though, rather than... By strange coincidence, we will have copies of the album Toadstool Soup available, but also copies of the current album, Cask Strength, which is much more a band electric piece of work, and that's convincing. This is Toadstool Soup Parts 2 and 3.
Silver apples of the moon. song now which has actually got me into trouble in the past. This is called Lucia. And on the surface, it appears to be a song about a dark and destructive aspect of the pagan goddess. But in truth, it's a song about a pike, a large, toothy fish, which, if you were a little fishy-wishy living in the lake, indeed the pike would be an aspect of the goddess. I say goddess because all large pike are female. It has an opening line, "Granny is a cannibal." This is a song about a granny who you really wouldn't want to be tucking your children up in bed or reading them stories at night time. And I'm sure J.K. Rowling, when she was thinking up names for the characters in Harry Potter, I'm sure she knew where the name Lucius came from, because Lucius is the masculine. The Latin for pike is Esox, Lucius, and Lucia is the feminine. And I'm sure she was aware of that when she was christening or naming one of the main baddies in the Harry Potter stories, Lucius Malfoy. This is a song called Lucia.
Killing machine. Raised on the silver ones, the golden and the green, leaving reluctant desolation wherever she has been. Chill away. Now she is the monarch of all that she surveys. No longer is she vulnerable, she's hunting and she prays. possess a power in the water, bone and muscle, tooth and eye, mother of the daughter.
I said that song's got me into trouble in the past. I opened a solo gig with it at a venue in North Devon, and somebody had come along, a radio presenter who wanted to arrange a date to have me on his show to talk about my music and play some tunes and the like, which was great. Well, I started with that song, Lucia, and this guy just got up and left, which was slightly disconcerting. It turns out he was a born-again Christian, and he was convinced from the lyrics of that song that I was quite clearly a practicing Satanist. But didn't really listen. It's a shame I haven't got the other mandolin working.
But you're tuning so beautifully. The next track we're going to play is off David's pretentious Meisterwerk.
Oh. Not the current album, but the one before, was indeed a pretentious Meisterwerk. It's a quite elaborate concept piece called the Rite of Spring, and it's a druidic Beltane ritual set as music.
Pretentious Meisterwerk.
And part of a druidic ritual is a section called the telling, and the telling pretty much corresponds to a sermon in a church service. And we're going to do the telling now from the Rite of Spring, which is an album that features Gilly on fiddle and Dan on bass and keyboards and all manner of wonderful harmony vocals. This is a polemic, a little sermon suggesting that we should treat the earth better, that we belong to the earth, not the other way round. This is the telling.
your mind. And welcome in the dawning. Clear your mind. Welcome in the dawning. Clear your mind. Connect with the one in the light of the sun. In the light of the morning. Going to do a piece now which opens our current album, Cast Strength. It's a song called 3 Lines and a Whip, which is a bad pun. But it's a song about a different aspect of life in a pretty little fishing village in North Cornwall, Port Isaac, where they filmed Doc Martin. I don't know if people watch or have watched Doc Martin. I used to regularly watch it just to see my neighbours playing parts of extras and it was fun. This is a song where the first verse features a former Prime Minister who gave up being Prime Minister and came and lived close by near Rock. And he was famous for allegedly I have to say, doing strange things with a pig's head at the Bullingdon Club. The second verse is about a young lady who ends up having to run off to the far north of Scotland to escape from the heavies, the drug dealers. And the third verse features a visitor to the coast of North Cornwall, a visitor called Charlie, who comes from Colombia. This is 3 lines and a whip. He doesn't know what they're going to find. He's been a naughty boy in London town, and he knows they caught him. They've caught him with his trousers down.
crowded moon on the fishing boat, bobbing at the hay. Charlie's coming ashore. Yes, he's coming to play. The dice are loaded. He's always the winner. Sweet temptation is going to make you a sinner. On some album tracks that I've done, I get to play lead on tin whistle, which playing live and playing mandolin and singing is quite a problem. So we're going to do a piece that's on the current album. This is called Dancing with the Jedi, and it came about from doing a gig on a beach venue in North Cornwall at a place called Polzeth, which is a famous surfing resort, and I was playing with Martin Solomon, a fiddle player. The date of the gig coincided with an end of season party that was being had by the Summers Surf Shop staff. They wanted to dance, and we were playing jigs and reels, but boy, I've never seen people able to be vertical whilst being that pissed. It inspired something later, which is what we're going to do now. It's called Dancing with the Jedi, because they'd all come dressed up as characters from Star Wars. And when we started, we did something slow, then played a fast reel, which we're going to play tonight, then came back to the slow air. And it was like people got up, had a leap around, and then they all fell over, which is how we're going to finish. We're going to fall over at the end. This is Dancing with the Jedi.
I'm going to do a song now which is part of my musical history. It's something that I wrote back in the 1970s. I first recorded it in 1979, and it was recorded by a folk duo, Johnny Collins and Jim McGeehan, on their album Live at the Herger in 1980. And ever since then, it's been recorded by people sort of 2-3 times every year. And in 2015, got recorded by the Unthanks, which was great. It was on an album they had, which was the BBC's Folk Album of the Year. So I got good royalties from the album sales, but also from lots of radio airplay as well. It got used for The Detectorists on BBC Two, which was jolly good. That made quite a significant amount of money for me. And then in 2018 it was broadcast from the Proms, so I ended up getting the BBC Two royalties plus a share of the door receipts from a sold out Albert Hall, and that was cool. And last year the song was covered by David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, which I found very good for the ego. I did a gig here a while back, which some people might have been at. It was a benefit concert for Ukraine, for the Red Cross, and a band who were on that night did a cover of Comfortably Numb, the Pink Floyd track, and I just said to their guitarist afterwards, well, you cover a Pink Floyd track, but Dave Gilmour covers my songs, which just made me laugh. And this song, apart from having given me much artistic satisfaction and gratification, has done something else seriously important in that it's made me shitloads of money. There's nothing wrong with that at all. This is the Magpie, and it's a collection of bits of West Country folklore hinged around the old children's counting rhyme. One's for sorrow, two's for joy. Can anybody give me an F? Can you give me an F? One's for sorrow, two's for joy, three's for a girl and four's for a boy, five's for silver, 6 for gold, 7's for a secret never told. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Now the magpie brings us tidings of news both fair and foul, more cunning than the raven, more wise than any owl. And she brings us news of the harvest, of the barley, wheat and corn. And she knows when we go to our graves how we shall be born. One's for sorrow, two's for joy, three's for a girl and four's for a boy, five's for silver, 6 for gold, 7's for a secret never told. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Devil, devil, I defy thee. from the right, grief when from the left, and of all the news that's in the air, we know to trust her best, for she sees us at our labour, and she mocks us at our work, and she steals the egg from out of the nest. She can mob the hawk. One's for sorrow, two's for joy, three's for a girl and four's for a boy, five's for silver, six for gold, seven's for a secret never told. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Now the priest, he says we're wicked, that we worship the devil's bird, but we respect the old ways, and we disregard his word, for we know they rest uneasy as we slumber in the night, and we always leave out a little bit of meat for the bird black and white. One's for sorrow, two's for joy, three's for a girl and four's for a boy, five's for silver, six for gold, seven's for a secret never told. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Devil, devil, I defy thee. Devil, devil, I defy thee.
There's a version of that on the new album, Cask Strength, which by strange coincidence we have copies available this evening. I'll introduce you to the band members before finishing off this evening. I've been listening to and enjoying Gilly Hoxton playing electric violin, just fabulous. Redoubtable Daniel Billing on bass. David Clifford behind on drums, but also on great harmony vocals.
And of course, Davey Dodds!
We're going to finish with something appropriate for finishing with, really. This is called Light the Beltane Fire, and it's the grand finale of the pretentious Meisterwerk that we talked about earlier, the Rite of Spring. This is after the serious ceremony and Sabbath has taken place. It's time to light the fire, pass the drinking horn round, get pleasantly smashed and go out in the woods and misbehave and herald the summer in. Could do with encouraging the summer to come back, I think. But this is Light the Beltane Fire, and it's our last one. Thanks for listening, and thanks for being appreciative. The flaming torch, light the Beltane fire. born. Pass it around. Play the music for the dancing. Sing to the sun with a joyful sound. Put all your cares last behind you and skip lightly over the ground. Set your soul free. Join the elements whirling round and around. Don't tell the new God's priest. He might think it a sin, but we'll be out in the woods tonight. Conjuring the summer pain. Davey Dodds.
Thanks ever so much. I've enjoyed playing. I'm seriously unwell, but coming and playing music somewhere like this to appreciative people, it's about the best medicine I can have. I think it's great. Members of the band, Jilly, Dan and Dave Clifford, just make it a thoroughly good experience. Thanks for coming. If anyone wants to buy a copy of the new album, Cask Strength, or one of the old ones, the Rite of Spring or Toadstool Soup, and come and see one of us over at the, what I think we will officially call the merchandise desk. Is that right? And
I'll be the merch girl on the merch desk.
right, okay.
Right.
Cheers. Thanks very much indeed for coming, and appreciate it. I enjoyed that. Thank you.
Do you want one more? There's a chance we'll get it right.
Slim chance is we
If
actually,
anyone wants to stand up, stamp their feet, clap their hands, please feel free to do so.
yeah. This is
If you don't, twitch your fingers.
it's a dancey thing. This is called Shepherd's Revels, and it's actually going to appear on a forthcoming album, which is going to be like a Wheel of the Year album, and this is going to be a piece for the spring equinox, and it starts with a slow and soulful tune. I'll remove the capo, otherwise I'll be playing it in the wrong bloody key, and that will throw everybody. We were thinking, we had a rehearsal a couple of weeks ago. One of the questions was, what should we do if we need to do an encore? This is what we agreed on, and we ran through it once, which, to the best of my knowledge, is the first time we've ever played it since playing our first gig together back in May a few years ago. So just bear with us a bit on this one. I don't have to sing, so that's a good thing, because I'm seriously running out of breath. But this is Shepherd's Revels, our spring equinox piece.
Stamp your feet, clap your hands loudly to cover up anything else. Dodds.
For a little while, that piece went under the title of Amphetamine Morris. This guy who used to play Baran with me when I got back into playing music in 2017. He was explaining to me that was much too fast for a Morris dance tune. I said, I really don't care. I don't seriously envisage people waving white hankies and doing Morris dancing to it, but it's a good tune, so we'll leave it at that. Right, we're done.
Thank you very much to the 1865, a fabulous venue. Thank you to Ben on sound, thank you to all the staff, and of course thank you to all of you in the audience. Thank you to 1865. Thank you to Chef